Welcome to the Neuropathy Support Group and Podcast. I'm Chris, and I'm so glad you tuned in. It's my hope with this podcast to help all of us gather information that might help those that need support dealing with this debilitating issue. Hello, and welcome to this podcast. Before we get started, let's get the formalities out of the way with the medical and privacy disclaimer. I am not a doctor or medical professional. The information on this podcast is from personal experiences and is meant for group support. Additionally, the information discussed is not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any underlying conditions associated with neuropathy. All names here within are private and will not be shared with any outside sources. Please consult your healthcare provider before making any health decisions. If you have medical concerns or an immediate emergency, please contact your doctor or dial 911.
How's everyone doing? I've been doing okay, getting a little better. Pain still exists, but off and on it's gotten less than what it usually is, and that's good for me. I'm able to get around. Before I get into the topic today, I just wanted to let you all know that, and I've said this before, but I have some people that in other my Facebook pages and other ones that I belong to keep saying that, telling other listeners, are you guys getting anything out of these episodes? Well, here's the thing, and I've told you this before, if you don't want to listen to the episodes, that's fine. But at least look at the literature and all the information I'm gathering for you. That way you can make the opinion for yourself on if these things are going to work or not, and if they're good for you. You know, I'm just basing it off what I see, and like some of the things I've had tried and some I haven't. But as I go along here, making more episodes, that's one thing I do want to do, is start purchasing more of these items so I can try them out myself. But again, you know, it's all up to you, and that's why I told this person, you know, it's all up to you. Whatever you want to take from any of these episodes that I have is great, and it's fine by me. I'm not looking for, any big numbers. Sure, I do post affiliates on my page, but that's for you. And, I get a little cut of it, but that's it. I'm not asking you to buy anything from me or to donate any money to me. No, that wasn't what this podcast was set up to do. It was something that not a lot of people are doing out there. As I could find, I really couldn't find anybody to have a podcast with talking about neuropathy, but it's just something that I wanted to do, and I've been doing it coming up on 3 years now, and I just hope some of you are enjoying it. If not, that's fine, but everyone's welcome. If you want to get the word out there, that's great. But let's start here. That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and start with what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be talking about CBD. And the reason why I'm bringing this topic up again, I think I've talked about it 2 other times, but this time I'm talking about it because things change all the time. New companies come out with their version of CBD, and those things, need to keep up to date. And that's what I'm trying to bring to you today. But just so you guys know, I'm going to be taking some of this information off some of my affiliates, but I'm not going to tell you who they are, because, I have many of them that deal with CBD, and I don't want to, cause favoritism or anything like that, because I have them all, and that's why I chose them all. But I'm doing this to get the best products for you, and that's your decision that you make, not mine. So we're going to talk about CBD, and not all products are created equal. First, let me tell you that there's 3 different types of CBD. There's a full spectrum CBD, and this type is a CBD that retains all its components of the cannabis plant, including a small amount of THC. Then there's what's called the broad spectrum CBD. This version has all components of the cannabis plant except for the THC. And then finally, CBD isolate. This form is pure CBD with no other compounds from the cannabis plant at all. So those are the 3 different types. Now, what manufacturers do with them after that, that's, their trade secrets and what they want. Some of them really want the fullness of what you get out of a CBD. And some people they want to take CBD, but they don't want to get the high from it. And that's where they're looking for the isolate. Even broad spectrum, is supposed to be real good also. Let's go ahead and talk about the facts about CBD. Let me go ahead and mention one thing here. What type of CBD is the most potent and most effective? And that's going to be the full spectrum CBD oil. It's isolate CBD oil, also known as pure CBD oil, contains only CBD with all other components and compounds removed. Full spectrum CBD oil is thought to be the most effective because it contains all the compounds that are found in hemp plants. These compounds work together to provide the maximum benefit through the entourage of effect. So let's go ahead and get started here. And this is CBD 101. It seems like every day we hear about a new CBD product that can be used for one ailment or another. In reality, few of the health benefits claimed by CBD products have any scientific backing, and most products have not been clinically tested or approved. When CBD products are used for medicinal purposes, like reducing seizures, how do you know the product you selected will actually achieve what it claims? So here's the straight facts. Did you know that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved a CBD product that was widely studied in clinical trials? And when comparing an FDA-approved product to one you can buy online or at dispensaries, studies have found FDA-approved products can have widely inconsistent levels of CBD. Every year since 2015, FDA has issued warning letters to companies for making fraudulent claims about their CBD products. Almost 70% of non-FDA approved CBD products don't have the amount of CBD stated on the label. So what's in the CBD or your CBD? What's really in the bottle? CBD is one of the major cannabinoids compounds found in cannabis and hemp plants. When CBD is purified and other cannabinoids such as THC are removed, it lacks the high associated with marijuana. Just because a product is for sale doesn't mean it's been tested and regulated for quality control, safety, or label accuracy. So you may never know the correct amount for the desired effect, or how to avoid the undesired effects that can come from taking too much. And I surely can vouch for that. I took some 20 milligram pills, real tiny. But me being so stupid and just taking one, like I always tell you guys, take the smallest amount first and try it out. I took 2, which had I had to call the ambulance to come and check me. They said everything was okay with my vital signs, but I'd taken too much. I took 5 times the amount that I should have taken in reality. So I had a lot of anxiety. You don't really know what's going on. You're hyperventilating. But, that's one thing that you need to really be careful of, and is to make sure you try out with the small amount first and go from there. Now, of course, I can take the whole pill itself. I don't have to cut it in half or quarters. So that's the thing. You work your way up to the level that you need. And this most likely is never going to be the 2 unless, the pain that you have is still there. But yeah, you want to be very careful. So almost 70% of the products studied did not contain the amount of CBD stated on the package. 26% contained less CBD that was claimed on the label. 42% contained more CBD than claimed on the label. And 20% included detectable levels of THC that could cause intoxication, especially for young children. So here are some things that you need to know about CBD. Marijuana is different from CBD. CBD is a single compound in the cannabis plant, and marijuana is a type of cannabis plant or plant material that contains many different naturally occurring compounds, including CBD and THC. The FDA has approved only one CBD product, a prescription drug product to treat seizures associated with Lennox syndrome.
It is currently illegal to market CBD by adding it to a food or labeling as a dietary supplement. The FDA has seen only limited data about CBD safety, and these data points to real risks that need to be considered before taking CBD for any reason. Some CBD products are being marketed with unproven medical claims and are unknown quality. The FDA will continue to update the public as it learns more about CBD. So see, that's what I'm saying, that things change all the time, the rulings change all the time, so it's better to be updated and to know about the products you can be taking. So here's some potential harm, side effects, and unknowns. CBD has the potential to harm you, and the harm can happen even before you become aware of it. CBD can cause liver injury. CBD can affect how other drugs you are taking work, potentially causing serious side effects. The use of CBD with alcohol or other drugs that slow brain activity, such as those used to treat anxiety, panic, stress, or sleep disorders, increases the risk of sedation and drowsiness, which can lead to injuries. Male reproductive toxicity or damage to fertility in males or male offsprings of females who have been exposed has been reported in studies of animals exposed to CBD. CBD can cause side effects that you might notice. These side effects should improve when CBD is stopped or when the amount used is reduced. That's the one thing I need you guys to know. Changes in alertness, most commonly experienced as drowsiness or sleeping. Gastrointestinal distress, most commonly experienced as irritability and agitation. There are many important aspects about CBD that we just don't know, such as what happens if you take CBD daily for sustained periods of time, what level of intake triggers the known risk associated with CBD, how do different methods of consumption affect intake, such as oral, topical, smoking, or vaping. What is the effect of CBD on the developing brain, such as on children who take CBD? What are the effects of CBD on developing fetus or breastfed babies? How does CBD interact with herbs and other plant materials? Does CBD cause male reproductive toxicity in humans, as has been reported in the studies of animals? So this webpage here talks more intensely with those issues like liver injury, drug interactions, and the male reproductive toxicity. So you can go in more depth with it when I post this on my Facebook page. So that's not a matter of taking CBD. It's a matter of really checking into the product you plan on using. You need to make sure you can ask someone professionally. I know it's hard for us to go to the doctor and tell them this is what we want to start taking. I did it. I just flat out told my doctor that I'm going to start taking this because you aren't able to extend or increase my amount of milligrams on the pain meds that I take. And when I first saw him, he says anybody that's caught using CBD or any kind of cannabis product will get 3 strikes. So you get 1, 2, and then 3. And after the third, he tells you to go see another doctor. Well, like I said, I told him flat out I'm going to start taking it, and he agreed. So I guess my situation is different. I don't know what it is, but I've seen other doctors there, not just him. And that's who I wait to see, is because he's the main doctor at the office. And that's the person I want to talk to about these questions that I have about these products. I just noticed we're already in 13 minutes into this episode, so this might have to be a 2-parter. But let's continue and see how much more I can get in here. One thing that I really like about this website, the Straight Facts on CBD, they have PDF files that you can download and take them to your doctor with you and ask these certain questions, like this one that I'm looking at right now is about if you're thinking about taking or trying CBD products, you probably have some questions for your doctor, and then you just list them down here. There's 5 on this page, and this is about CBD.
Will it be covered by insurance? Can FDA approved CBD be added to my current medications? So those are, this is a good checkoff list. I like this. So again, I'll make sure that I post everything like I always do in the Neuropathy Support Group and Podcast Facebook page. So what I'm thinking is my next episode, next week, I'll talk about the future of the CBD industry. And I'll also go into talking about these websites that have posted on their Facebook, not on the Facebook page, on their internet page. I won't tell you who the companies are because I don't want to do that. But some of these companies have a review and what the pros and cons and the best product to take for certain situations. So that'll be on my next episode. But let's go ahead and continue on where we're at now. So on this one page here, it gives you a breakdown of what 10 best CBD gummies for pain are and the top brands to help you feel better in this coming year. CBD has become increasingly popular over the recent years, especially now that people are looking to holistic and all-natural remedies more than ever before. One thing that CBD has been said to help combat pain. That's where CBD gummies come in. Not only are these chewable delicious, but they also boast tons of benefits, like helping to relieve sore muscles, reduce inflammation, and help with overall pain relief. But with so many different brands out there, it can be hard to figure out which ones are right for you and your needs. So this webpage here decided to do all the heavy lifting and have discovered some of the best CBD gummies on the market. So what this webpage does, it breaks it all down to where they give you the best overall CBD gummy for pain, and then they list the company, the best anti-inflammatory CBD gummy, best gummies for inflammation, best tasting CBD gummies, best for joint pain, best natural CBD gummy for pain, best CBD gummies for recovery, best vegan gummies for pain, best budget CBD gummies for pain, and best vegan gummies for pain. And then right after that, it gives you the pros and cons of each product that I just said right now in their category. Me, myself, I like gummies. Those are easier to get down. They most of them have a real good taste to them. And that's the one thing I hate is the aftertaste. So this webpage, which is USA or usmagazine.com, they went ahead and chose their top 10 by doing an extensive research on dozens of CBD products to make sure every CBD gummy on our list met our strict criteria in relation to the ingredients, quality, brand, reputation, customer satisfaction, and transparency. CBD quality. The best cannabinoids come from only the finest quality hemp plants. Therefore, we favor domestic producers that utilize organic farming practices. On the flavor profile, some people don't appreciate the earthy aftertaste, that's me, of CBD oils and tinctures, which leads them to favor gummies, hoping for something more palatable, something that has a better taste. Also, they did third-party testing. Every CBD brand should provide its customers with a peace of mind that its products are safe to consume. This means making results of a third-party lab results readily accessible to all its customers. That's pretty good. So how to choose CBD gummies for pain? You should always conduct research before trying out new health products. And that's no different when it comes to CBD. So that's what I was saying. You need to make sure you get the right product for you, because there's cannabinoids that have so many different milligrams, and you need to make sure you get the right milligrams for you. Don't go by what someone else is saying, because some of these products are very potent and they can really affect you in ways that you don't want. So who should take CBD gummies for pain? Since the research surrounding CBD is still being conducted, there's not conclusive evidence on exactly who should take CBD. So that's good to know. How to take CBD gummies for the first time. If you've never taken CBD before, it's a good idea to start with the lowest dosage and work your way up over time. Also, keep in mind that the CBD gummies take up to 2 hours to begin working. So don't just take more if you haven't felt any effects within a few minutes. You need to give it time. Now, when I was talking about those little tablets I was taking, it takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour for anything to kick in to where I start feeling it. So a different type of cannabinoids, which I've talked before about, there's 3 of them: a full spectrum, broad spectrum, and the CBD isolate. And then it shows you or talks about the other CBD products that help with pain. It talks about CBD oil and tinctures for pain, which I do not care for. I don't like the taste of the oil. And they have topical CBD pain relief, balms, and creams that they talk about. And then they give you the FAQs. What is CBD? Will CBD gummies make me feel right? Are gummies good for back pain? How do CBD gummies work for pain? And are CBD gummies good for inflammation? So there's a lot of information here for you to go over. And I suggest doing it because you really need to know what you're taking and putting into your body before you do take it, because there could be a lot of side effects. So be careful out there, my friends. But like I said, I've got a package of CBD gummies coming from Amazon here. It should be here within a few days. And I'll let you know how it's going as I start taking those gummies themselves. But hey, my time is up. I want to thank you all for listening, and make sure that you go out there and look over my affiliates that I keep posting on my Facebook page at Neuropathy Support Group and Podcast. There may be something that you need or want to purchase, and they got some good deals. So with that, again, thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.
As we come to a close, it's my hope this podcast and other sources, such as product reviews that I have discussed today, can better our lives and give us some relief dealing with neuropathy. This episode plus others are posted every Monday on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. And finally, whatever life throws at you, even if it hurts you, just be strong and fight through it. Remember, strong walls shake, but never collapse. Talk to you next Monday.